Yeah, so I started phase one of the garden revamp, which is basically getting the sleeper flower beds up. Do you like my hat? It says meow. I couldn't find me any woolly hats, and the only one I could find was one of the girls. It looks good though. Yeah, so I'll turn you around and you can see some of the progress so far. Yeah, so I have to get the backboards up. The garden's on a bit of a slope, so I had to go down in the ground a bit just to get it level. So the idea is to get that's the height of the backboards up and around to about there, and then the sleepers in front of it. So if I get this side done before Christmas, at least then whenever I'm digging out over there, I'll have a good chunk of soil to put in the raised flower beds. Yeah, so I'd say this side of Christmas, all I'm going to get done is just get these flower beds up the weekend and just get the ball rolling on it. Yeah, so I now have hauled the backboards up, so it's level on top now, but the way the garden is, it's kind of on a scope going up the way. So backboards, and then the backboards buried just to make it straight. So now the plan is with these sleepers, I have to basically cut off there, up there, and around there to join up. So there's a bit of digging now because I have to, because it's so high there in the corner, you can see I'm going to have to get down in the ground a good bit to put the first sleeper, and that will gradually come back this way, so you'll start seeing it as it comes back. Yeah, so all the spikes ready for the sleepers. I'll show you a quick look at the fish before I get going on them. They're all doing well. There was a bit of frost last night for the first time, so they're a little bit sulky, but in general they're doing okay. Not doing a whole lot, just sitting around. It was frozen last night, so yeah, but they're doing well. Yeah, sure, I'll catch back to you when I get these sleepers in. Yeah, so I have this big long sleeper raised flower bed in now, so when I start to dig over here for the new pond, I'll have somewhere to put the soil. So the plan is that hopefully the missus will get sick of looking at the empty flower bed. She'll say, yeah, you can go ahead and start digging. I also got the covers on this week. So I made the covers last year. It's just polycarbonate on wood, just to keep it covered for the next few months. It never really goes below about 7 degrees minimum. Yeah, the fish are doing all right. Bit sulky, but no, otherwise they're doing very good. Feeding them a small bit of wheat germ and that, just to keep them ticking over. The air is still coming on for a couple of hours at night time. UV is still on. I'll probably knock that off soon. Yeah, so overall doing well. Yeah, so I got the pond all lined out today, basically squared off. So just to give you, there's the flower bed there, where the majority of the muck in here will be going directly in there. So how it's going to work is this bit here is going to be a filter house with double French doors. You walk in here, you're going to have a filtration system, and then in the back here, the whole way back along, I'm going to have a little quarantine tank for inside the filter house. This is going to be the pond area here, as you can see, and the internal dimensions of this, after block work, insulation, everything like that, is going to be 4.6 meters by 3 meters by 1.35 meters deep, about 4.5 foot deep. Yeah, so it's all squared off, everything like that. So the bit I'm going to get concentrated on now is just getting the digging started here, get that all dug out, foundation in there, get that built up, and then after that build the filter house. So the filter house goes down about 1.5 foot will go down below, further on back than the pond itself. I just like the gap here in case I ever need to get back, and I'll have a bit of room in behind the pond to store nets, buckets, everything like that. And plus I wanted the filter house to be long, so in order to have the quarantine tank inside there as well, which is going to be on the bottom drain, and just going to look out for a second-hand easy pot or something like that, just in case I get any fish I want to quarantine before adding to the main body of water. So the pond itself is going to be, after block work, everything like that, it's just going to be just over 4,000 gallons, with filtration and everything, probably about 4,000, yeah, just over 4,000 gallons. So the digging itself isn't going to be too bad, because I know from the last time, from building the last pond over there, which we changed into a bit of a sit-down barbecue area, keep the tree core, just cut off one face of it and just add it onto the decking area, was the soil. But at least I have this raised flower bed, which I'll be able to get rid of a lot of the soil straight from there into there. Just knock off that last piece there, take that off so I can wheel the wheelbarrow straight in, start dumping there, build it up and get it leveled across. What I'll probably do first is just take the sods off with a spade and then get a mini digger in, just to get the sods off. I might be able to get, people seem to take grass, so just might get rid of them easy. It means I'll be less, it means I'll get more soil in there and I won't have sods of grass all mixed into it. Yeah, so the main thing is I'm going to get this built up, this dug out, this cement base and the block work done on this. Get the block work done on this, then I can concentrate in this area again, just building it up around it. One of the main things to remember when doing this sort of thing is making sure you have a square or rectangle. And to be honest, when I did the last pond, I just dug out what I thought was a rectangle, but I lost a lot of space because obviously it had to be squared off. I rushed it. So as you can see here, what I had to do was the 3-4-5 rule, which I'll give you a quick show on that now. Bitter cold out here today, floating in about 0 degrees to 1 degrees. Yeah, so the way I did my right angles, just to make sure it's all level, is the 3-4-5 rule, or you can double it up, you can call it the 6-8-10 rule. So what it is, from your corner point, for longer runs you're better off doubling it up. So on this right angle I went for the 6-8-10 rule. So what I did, from the original point you do, you go out, you measure out. So on one of the sides you go, I already had this measured out, you go out 8 foot. So there's an 8 foot, you put a pin down, and then from the other side you go out 6 foot. Should bring me up to this pin, which is 6 foot up to that pin, and then the area from the 2 pins has to be 10. And if it's not 10, you need to adjust your pins where you need to, just to make it that it is. So that basically tells me that this is and we have exactly 10. So that basically tells me this is the right angle, and you do the same on all corners, and then your building line, you'll be able to match it all up. Again, it's called the 3-4-5 rule. It can be the 6-8-10 rule. You can double it up again depending on the length you're doing. If you're doing small corners, just 3 foot, 4 foot and 5 foot across. Yeah, it's just an easy way to square off a building, or it's handy for deckings and stuff like that as well, especially for pond build. So that is phase 1, I suppose I call it, of the complete pond build. You can see behind me the sleeper up, area marked out. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting few months getting this done. Yeah, so any tips or anything like that, just drop it down in the comments, and hope you can follow me along the way. Perfect. And if you like the video, like and subscribe, and again, any comments, put them down below. Thank you. Catch you on the next one.